You cow! If you're sad, unhappy or depressed right now, you may be more like Daisy here than you'd think. Brooding for large chunks of time, trawling over the past, asking ourselves questions there are no answers to, and constantly trying to work out why our life is the way that it is what we clever psychologists call ruminating. And it is guaranteed to make your mood drop quicker than the price of beef in a BSE epidemic. The word ruminating comes from the description of how our milk-producing chums bring food up from their stomach and chew the cud over and over and over and over and over and over again. And it describes perfectly what we do with our thoughts when we are down. But unlike Daisy here, who does it to help her digest her food, when we humans do it, it puts a right kibosh on our day and all that's produced is misery. We all brood from time to time, but sometimes we can be shocked to discover how much of our day is spent chewing over our life.
At the moment, I spend a fair bit of time brooding, yeah. I'm thinking about my girlfriends most of the time. Mostly, you know, why have they stopped calling me? Why have they ditched me? What have I done wrong?
I brood all the time. I think about my life, why are all the bad things happening to me? You know, I try to be so positive, but I'm still really unhappy.
I tend to find I'm brooded sort of late at night when I'm on my own or weekends. It's about sort of I brood about one particular thing, a really bad investment decision I did. It's had some serious implications. I sort of, you know, I'm a clever guy, and I just don't know why I did it. You know, the thoughts behind why I did it. You know, I just can't fathom. And I'm in a situation now where I'm in serious trouble, and I just can't think how to get out of it.
When we are sad, it's very easy for us to get caught in this brooding trap. It's like some horrible vicious circle. We do it because we're sad, but it actually feeds our sadness.
I often end up crying. Yeah, and I know it's not nice for my boyfriend to be around me when I'm like that.
I waste so much time brooding that actually I could be focusing on something more important. I know that.
I tend to drink a lot on my own. I don't want to be social, don't want to see my friends, don't want to see my girlfriend. You know, I'll cancel appointments in the office and so on. It's just something where I just keep thinking about it and it gets worse and worse. I tend to feel quite depressed and lonely, and it's just getting worse really.
So if it makes us feel so bad, why do we do it? It's really easy for us to confuse brooding for the type of thinking that we need to do when we have a problem to solve. Problem-solving thinking is often very creative and productive, and it's really useful in helping us try and solve problems. Whereas brooding is too much trying to work out why we feel the way that we do, too much thinking about the past, and too much asking ourselves questions there are no answers to.
Why do I brood? Yeah, good question. I guess I'm trying to figure out, you know, really why I'm feeling so crappy and why my life is the way that it is.
I need to keep going over the same things that have happened in the past so that I can make sense of them.
If I keep thinking about why I did it and how I got caught out, it won't happen again to me.
So one of the main reasons why we brood is because we're actually trying to solve our problems. But brooding is about as useful to us as a cow with one leg. So, Mr. Smarty Pants Psychologist, what's the answer then? Well, we quite simply have to reduce or stop how much we do it. Holy cow, is it really that simple?
No.
And the reason why it's not so simple is because all the times that we brood are often invisible to us. We do it on some kind of mental autopilot, completely oblivious and unaware of when we're actually doing it. But thankfully, unlike a cow, we humans have an amazing ability to spot and notice every time we do it. And the simplest and quickest way to do this is to record every time you do it. Recording and writing stuff down is massively helpful. Researchers have proven that writing and physically recording every time we brood is so much more effective than doing it in our heads. Try and record when you do it, how long you do it for, and where you are when you do it. And try and do this for an entire week. Seeing how much we brood totally drives home to us how much we really do it. And in that moment, our brooding stops being invisible to us. And also, when we can spot and notice how much we brood, our motivation and commitment to stop doing it can also increase. So once you've got a true record of your brooding, you need to substitute this chewing over your life for something else. So what is this something else? Choose an activity, any activity, as long as it does one simple thing. So it's really important for us to find things that take the focus off ourselves. We need to find activities that stop us from thinking all the time about ourselves and our problems and how we're feeling. And we need to focus instead onto the real world, onto the outside world.
Exercise is great for this, and if you do an exercise where you sweat, your heart's pounding and you get out of breath, that's the icing on the cake. Playing games we enjoy are brilliant ways of taking the focus off ourselves, and so are things like watching our favourite movie. And doing something for other people is a good way to focus on other things other than ourselves.
So are things that we really enjoy or make us laugh. Often studying or learning something new is also excellent, and so is being in like natural surroundings. But the important thing is to find out what works for you. And gradually, over time, you can substitute all these new activities for every time you brood. Pretty soon, you'll find that your brooding has massively gone down, even stopped. So when we brood, it makes us feel miserable. And we're more likely to avoid the amazing things that life has to offer. Our focus is too much on ourselves and not enough out here in the real world.
When you reduce the amount you ruminate, you will notice an improvement in how you feel.
And remember, brooding is no good for your mood, right, Daisy? Hello? Oh yeah, babe, yeah, I'm at the farm, yeah, shooting that film for Think TV. Yeah, what? Oh, well, I left the script in the kitchen, did I? No, of course it's not about you. No, I'm not saying you're a moody cow.